My name's Dominic, and I am here with Lucy Faulconer from Brisbane, Australia. Hi, Lucy. How you doing?
Hi, well, and you, Dominic?
I'm doing willy well.
Yeah, I can see we're already having a laugh, and we haven't even
Yeah,
started.
absolutely. Well, I'm in Chicago. You're in the wonderful, beautiful weather in Brisbane, Australia. We're over here freezing. We had a big wave of rain come through and snow the other day. So yeah,
Yeah, and you don't want to know how nice it is here then.
I know. Don't rub it in, please. We'll have a whole bunch of Chicago people like diving into the screen, going, ah.
Yeah, it's very humid, so not very nice. Let's say that.
Okay, I know that. So anyway, welcome everyone. We are here to talk about uh, this great topic about responsibility. Why? Because we are planning. Lucy and I are planning. Lucy is planning. I'm helping her plan a workshop. Lucy, if you don't know, she is a leadership coach. She does leadership coaching inside of corporations all over the planet. And so when I talked to her a few weeks back, I said, well, what about this idea doing a little workshop for us here in the Self Achievement Network? The issue is that she's got so much going on that she's not sure when we can actually do the workshop. So
We will get it done. We will get it done.
we'll get it done. Well, the thing is, okay, so today is the 25th of November. It's the 26th of November. She lives, that movie Back to the Future, right?
Yeah,
So you're back to the future and I'm living in the past.
yeah,
I hate
that's the
that.
morning here.
Yeah. 9 a.m., 5 p.m. in Chicago, 9 a.m. in Brisbane. Um, so today's the 25th. So we're going to do this little topic discussion, why it's important, and talk about responsibility. And Lucy's going to talk about this model that she uses in her trainings. And then next week, we're going to come back, right? Tuesday, the 2nd of December, the day before my birthday.
Will be your birthday here, so we can already celebrate.
Yes, I'm turning 62.
Ooh, that. So much experience in there.
Yeah, lots of experience. So, but we were going to do the workshop on the 9th of December. However, with her schedule and everything's going on, she's not sure. So, we're going to do a TBA. For those of you who don't know what that means
To be,
TBA,
to be
to
confirmed. I would
be
have said
announced.
announced. I wouldn't say to be confirmed.
To be confirmed, TBC. I don't know what it is, but anyways, to be announced. We'll see what happens. But we're here. We're going to be on for like 15 minutes or so. So let's talk about the word first of all, responsibility, which is like a huge word.
I know.
What does it mean?
And it's funny because we say responsibility, and as kids, we know that it's probably trouble. You're responsible, so you probably got in trouble for something.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I guess that's why I find this conversation so interesting because we we avoid being responsible in so many areas of our lives, and we've been taught that that's how you get away with things. But really, when you do, you just give away your power. That's what I believe, that taking responsibility will bring your power back to you and say, okay, I'm leading my life, I'm in charge here.
Mm-hmm. I agree with that. And so, okay, so why is it such an important part of leadership?
I guess when you it's responsibility and ownership. When you know your responsibility, that's when you can you hear the echo, or just me?
It's just you.
Okay. So when you take responsibility for what's happening in your life, how you're acting, how you're reacting, how you see things around you, there you can choose to change something. When you put the
The
responsibility
responsibility
on other
other
people,
people
on
or
circumstances,
circumstances,
then you
then
can't
you can't
act on
act
it.
on it.
You're depending on
Depending on
someone
someone
else
else
to create the
create the
life you
life you
want,
want,
to
to
change
change
the
the
results
results
that
that
you are
you're
getting
getting
in
in
your
your
work,
work,
whatever it
it
might
might
be.
be.
Mm-hmm.
Fear and happiness, something that way.
Absolutely. Can we take that word for a second, responsibility, and take it apart? Just, and I'd like to share something that I learned a long time ago that really helped me and really become really interested in this word. So responsibility. We hear this, like you said, when we're kids. It's like you're responsible for, taking out the trash, doing your homework, and all these things. And if you don't get those things done, mom or dad comes with the, spoon. Of course, we can't hit our children anymore, right?
Yeah, you're
But
not supposed to, at least.
yeah, right. You're not supposed to. But the point is that we think about it in terms of ownership. And what I learned at a later stage in life, like around when I was like 25, 26, 27, was responsibility is the ability to respond. And so, like you said, to take back the power, when I see it from the opposite side, like I have the ability to respond because I'm a free thinking human being, whether, and so if I have the ability to respond, it doesn't matter what stimulus comes in or what happens. I can still choose how to respond to anything, anytime, any place, anywhere, no matter what the situation is. Now, the big question is, do I exercise that ability?
Yeah,
That's the key, right?
yeah. And I'm just going to open something. Let me read out, because I work with something that's called the being profile. I'm an ontological coach, and this is based on ontology. So what does responsibility look like? Let me read the definition to you.
Okay.
So responsibility is acting from the viewpoint that you are to deal with and resolve matters in your life, regardless of the source. Responsibility is not about whose fault or blame it is that something happened. Instead, it is about being willing to cause and bring about outcomes that matter, work, and produce results. When you have a high score with responsibility in the profile, it indicates that you mostly experience having power in the circumstances you find yourself in. Others experience you as being powerful in causing and bringing to fruition outcomes that work and produce results in many areas of life. And when you have a low score, it indicates that you often experience having a loss of power and may feel like a victim to circumstances. You will often feel as though you have no choice to change outcomes or results. Others may consider you as ineffective in consistently producing meaningful results in your life.
Hmm. So, like I used to do when I didn't know better, I would say, it's not my fault. It was her fault. And he said this and she said that. And therefore, I'm not taking responsibility for that. That's just a bunch of, and I would get defensive, literally.
Yeah, you were feeling like a
Like a
victim.
victim.
Right. And yeah, so once I learned that, how to flip it, and like you said in that one definition, it's like the power does come back. And I don't, I can look at it from a different point of view, that I don't have to react. I can chill myself out, think about what's going on, and then respond appropriately. And that's really important in business, and especially in leadership.
Yeah, it's so important in business and
Business and
leadership,
leadership
in
in
life,
life,
in how we treat our children, in everything.
everything,
And for
but
how
how
it
it
changes the
changes the
results that
results
you produce in
in
life.
life.
That's where
That's where
it's so current and so important in leadership and in business, because the results that you produce with a team that is used to taking responsibility will be different to the results that you get from a team that is used to blaming each other for why they're not achieving something, or there's something going on that's wrong, or why they don't have a good relationship with their other team members, or is their personality of this they say that.
Yeah.
And you're missing out a whole lot of possibilities and potential there by not talking about this, like about responsibility and ownership with your teams.
Yeah, and I think that it's important, and help me out here. I mean, I've had leadership roles in the past, and what has saved me more than anything is that little word called responsibility, and being the example for the people that I was responsible for on my team, so that I can then better direct them to see that, doing the pointing fingers things, or, not taking responsibility, or reacting in a certain way, or whatever you want to call it, if as the being the example, and being able to, when I see that type of behavior happening, be able to point that out and say, okay, let's expand, let's do a timeout, and then talk about what's going on right here, because we have an obvious conflict, right? So let's examine this from a logical point of view. And then when I as a leader know that information, it's so much easier to lead a team and keep things moving. What do you think?
Yes, and I'm just aware that someone wrote that the sound isn't good, that we have a sound problem.
Sound's not clear enough. Okay. Well,
do you think it's on my end or their end?
I don't know. I can hear you perfectly. Okay. I'm going to to where it's being shown, the post. I don't know if I can listen to it or what, but I can just double check it real quick. Hang on one moment.
Look, he said, Lucy, I think you have a problem, sir.
Huh.
So it's me.
Well, I can hear you. Maybe it's the earphones, but I don't want to go there, because the last time it got glitchy.
So do we just continue?
Yeah, I think that we should just continue. And thank you so much for that feedback. I appreciate it. I think I apologize for it. However, the recording happens on my end, and so whatever I'm hearing and whatever I'm seeing on the screen, that's what actually gets recorded. So you'll just have to come back and rewatch the video. That's the best thing I can recommend right now.
Okay. So I want to introduce a model, and it is super simple, and that's the beauty of it.
Okay.
It is something that you can have top of mind, and that you can keep checking in with yourself in a way that is practical, easy, and that you can start applying straight away after this call.
Okay, great.
And it's called the above and below the line. And I know, Dominic, you've heard about it, and I'm sure some of you on the call will have heard of this too, because Stephen Covey speaks about it in his 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. And I hadn't come across this until probably 2 years ago, and it has changed how I look at things and how I keep myself in check in terms of responsibility. So we talk about a line, okay? I can't draw it here, but if you've got a line and you've got above the line, you take responsibility, you take ownership, and you take accountability for your life, for how you react, for the results that you produce in life. And below the line is when you are blaming others, you're shaming others, or yourself. That's a big one. When you make excuses, when you have justifications, or when you deny any responsibility. When you're living below the line, and we all go below the line, that's the important bit. We all go below the line. When you're there, you will notice because you will hear the stories. You will hear how people talk. You will hear yourself saying, for example, no, there's nothing I can do here. No, it was just someone else's fault. And you'll hear it in people's language when they're below the line. And when you're below the line, the thing is, you don't move anywhere. You stay stuck. Because there's nothing you can do. You're giving away your power. That's what we were talking about. So noticing when you're below the line and getting really good at getting yourself up. That's what makes a difference. So that's the mastery of it. It's not that you don't go below the line, because we all do all the time, many times a day. And I was talking to someone the other day, and he said, I sometimes wake up below the line before I go to bed, and sort of, yeah, I'm with you. If my kids are woken up at night, or I've had a bad night, I might just wake up and be below the line. Yeah?
It happens a lot, yep.
Yeah. But the mastery is in noticing that you're there and sort of having a way of how am I going to get myself up below the line. How I'm going to take responsibility for this attitude I'm having today. I'm going to take ownership for my own emotions, for my own mood, and I'm going to do something about it. Yeah, and when you're living above the line, the big difference that it makes is that you move forward. It shifts your attitude, what's possible, what you do, what you don't do. And there's 3 steps, okay? 3 steps to how do you go from below the line to above the line. Number 1, own it. Own it. First step.
Own it, that's right. Great.
And to own it, you also need the awareness. So first, sort of own it, become aware that you're below the line. What are the excuses that you're making? What are the justifications that you've got going on? Whatever it is. Clean it up. That's the second one. Clean it up. So if it's with someone else, go say sorry, admit what was part of your responsibility that maybe went wrong, or that you didn't do what you were supposed to deliver. Clean it up with someone else. And if it's with yourself, forgive yourself. Understand where you went wrong, learn from it, and then move on. That's the first step. Move on. That is just, okay, that happened. Now I'm going to stay stuck there. Now I'm going to move forward. I'm going to take responsibility for what happened. I'm going to clean it. I've done that. Now I'm going to move on. And if there's someone else involved, check in with the other person. What do they need to be able to move on? Are they okay with you having said sorry, with you owning it, and are they ready to move on? Maybe to declare, okay, that's done. Let's move on.
It's brilliant and really simple. I think that I'm listening to that. Own it, clean it up, move on. Let it go, because if it happened, if you were there, you're not going to go back and change the past. It's not going to happen. So what are you going to do about it? Clean it up, move on. And that, I think, is a very adult approach to managing that whole process, above the line, below the line, taking responsibility, right? Yeah. Ability to respond, because you do have, if you're doing that, owning it, cleaning it up, and that's a big part of it. I think that I have experienced many times where I've said something or done something, or I was, below the line for general speaking, right? And then I didn't clean it up. And then I walked around carrying it around, talking to myself. And I think that that's where what you're saying when you say I get stuck or you get stuck there, that's what happens. I would get stuck there. And I mean, we can all come up with millions of examples, but that's brilliant.
Yeah, and think about the cost that has on your peace of mind when you don't
Peace of
clean it up.
mind, my health. I mean, use of energy, the worry, the feeling of embarrassment.
I've got the perfect example of what
Okay.
of how this I applied this weekend. Okay,
Okay.
we we went to the beach with my kids. I packed the bags and I forgot the girls' baby suits.
Oh,
All right, drove for an hour and a half. I
an
got
hour
there
and a half.
an hour and a half
Let
to
me
the
turn around.
beach. No, all right, and I get there and I do not pack this. I had a few options there. It's everyone else's fault because I'm super busy trying to pack up the car while the kids are fighting and they're not helping. And I can start blaming. Got masses. Like, I can go on for hours if you want. I can also deny the responsibility of it was actually me that was packing the bags, but I knew it was me. So, all right, it was on me. Someone could have checked them, absolutely, but really, it doesn't change the fact that it was my responsibility. And I had a choice right there. I could choose to be below the line and get really grumpy around, okay, why other people didn't do what they could have done, so this wouldn't have happened. Or I could say, I own it, I forgot them, it was a mistake, I clean it up, I looked at the girls, I'm really sorry, but this is not going to ruin our day. What can we do? What options do we have? And then they said, okay, this is what we can do. I walked around, tried to see if there was a place around where I could buy swimming costume. Then my husband went. There was a shop 15 minutes away, so he went, got some swimming costumes. We had a lovely day, but we got above the line by me saying, okay, I own it, I clean it up, and we moved on from it. And we had a
Mhm.
lovely day. But I could have gone into a rant around why people don't help me in this house and it's always everything on me. I'm the mother of three kids. I could have gone there, being a total victim. And it wouldn't have done anything. It wouldn't have fixed it. It wouldn't have made our day better. We could have stayed in a bad mood. And right there in that moment, I chose to go back above the line. Does it work every time? Absolutely not. You don't want to ask my husband about it. He'll agree with it. Uh,
So what does he say? Lucy, you're below the line right now.
and that's so interesting. When you do that to other people and you say, hey, you're below the line, that's you being below the line because you're pointing a finger. So how do we help others when we see it? How do we help others to get above the line? It's saying, hey, I can see this is going on for you. You're below the line. How can I help you?
Hmm.
That's a much better way of helping someone to get above the line than pointing a finger.
Yeah.
You're pointing a finger, you're below the line with them.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, it just creates more defense.
It does. I think that the thing that has saved me more than anything with all this is being playful, because it's so easy to get sucked into it. And I have had two divorces, and I'll tell you what, there were times where I was not real playful, and I can understand how come I got fired. But I learned, yes.
Yeah.
But this is great advice, and it is important because it affects all areas of life. And we could have just talked about how it applies in business and teams and things like that. But this is a perfect example. I would have been like, sweetheart, listen, have a good time at the store. I'm going in the water. I'm going in the water. Girls, you can swim naked. And they'd be like,
Yeah, well, the summer here, it was 7 in the morning and we had a whole day of sun
Oh, they would have been beat red. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's
We
funny.
have to be responsible around that also. But yeah,
Yeah.
this is just the model, just the way of becoming aware of something that might be going on in your life, and and I and I call it a distinction. Once you have a distinction, you can ask yourself, am I above or below the line? Then it's just a different way of looking at it, and it gives you more options. So
Mhm.
that's all the intention of today. Um it's not that you feel bad when you're below the line, because we all go there. It's how do you become a mindset of flipping it, of getting
Mhm.
yourself back above the line.
Yeah.
And the faster you are at doing that, the better results you will achieve in your life.
I like what you said also about self-awareness. You have to have that the ability to like watch, you know. It's like what's going on right now without getting sucked into the drama of it. And it's not that's not always easy. I certainly know that for sure. So
Yeah.
okay, great, wonderful. Excellent. Thank you.
Thank you, Dominic.
Okay, so we will call it a day or morning or whatever. And we'll be back next Tuesday, same time, right? You're going to have a new topic. Do you have that topic picked out that pertains to leadership, as does
Authenticity.
responsibility?
I thought we could talk about authenticity.
Authenticity. Ah,
It's been
it's
coming
like,
up really well for me in the last few weeks, and it's so present. So maybe we could talk about that.
mm-hmm. Okay, we'll do that. All right. Well, thank you again. Enjoy yourself, your day. Have a great. Well, let's see. You're not celebrating Thanksgiving, right?
No, we don't.
Yeah, we're celebrating it tomorrow.
All right.
So we will. I'm not going anywhere. Everybody's locked down.
Okay, enjoy it.
Okay.
Speak
Thank you
soon.
all for watching. From all of us here in the Self Achievement Network, remember to have fun and stay inspired. Talk to you all soon. Bye bye for now.